Very well, thanks for dropping by. Off you go.
So, Kennedy's supporters are doing the same old, giving money to Donald Glover and his brother Stephen to write Giggle Snort, a Lando Calrissian TV show, streaming show. We've been waiting since 2019 for this, and it hasn't happened. And it's interesting to me that they're basically doing the same thing they did. And I'm talking about the Flying Monkeys and Kennedy that they did with the Ray movie. All right. The producer of the Ray movie, the writer, Damon Lindelof, left. They brought in a new one, like literally before or after Star Wars Celebration. I think that's when it happened. And the guy, if you look at his resume, doesn't have any time to do it. Now, the article right here basically calls both of these guys, Stephen and Donald, scabs because they're writing while the WGA strike is going on, which is basically throwing them under the bus, amongst their peers. We all know how bad Solo's Star Wars story was. Glover was a terrible Lando. This guy was a terrible Solo. This has all the earmarks of Kathleen Kennedy. The fact is, the director, Justin Simeon, has gone too. So who did it? Was it Kennedy? Or her flying monkey, Carrie Beck, trying to fight back against what's going on inside Lucasfilm with the Witch King of Burbank and the other four horsemen? I would say this is a desperation move. I don't know why Kennedy thinks she can still do this without pissing Iger off more. It's almost like she's now knowing she can't go on the property, knowing she can't affect any moves forward, that and she's just throwing stuff out there to cause trouble. I think that might be the case. I don't know what these guys will do, the five horsemen. I would, if I were them, ask which flying monkey was the one that got their little buddies at Deadline and Variety to write a story. All right, I'm going to put the story in the description box so you guys can read it. But this isn't going to happen. Not right now. The only shows coming up for Star Wars are Ahsoka and Skeleton Crew and probably Mando Season 4. That's it. Other than that, that's all there is. And they've got a lot of cleaning up to do at Lucasfilm in general before they start making other things, because they can't do, as far as I'm concerned, they can't move forward till Kennedy and her flying monkeys are gone off the premises, okay? And I think that's what they're aiming for, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see.
Oh, she's horrible. I've made a ghastly mistake.
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
And of course, yesterday, Doomcock intimated that Kennedy was actually kind of resigned to the fact that she was done at Lucasfilm. So now we've got, as this comes out, we've got this story that Donald Glover and his brother Steven are writing. They're finally writing the Lando TV show. Yay! So you're kind of like, did she put this out there? Did she give them money to pretend like they're doing this? All right. Scratch your head. Go, I don't know. This is, part of me thinks that if she did that, she's torn. She knows it's over, but she can't let it go, and she wants something of hers to survive. And she knows the sequel. She knows the sequel trilogy is dead. She knows it. Which I think is really spurring her on to activate her crazy, trigger her crazy. Okay, and the fact that she wasn't let back into Lucasfilm headquarters, she was not allowed in her office. I expect to see more of this out of her, more bizarre stories of shows that'll never be made, being written or developed or whatever. Because, like I said, I think she's of two minds. Part of her knows she's done and accept it, but the part, her ego says she can still do it and is going to still do it, and she won't, doesn't want to leave and won't leave. These really are the things that we've got to look at. With this woman, obviously, part of her doesn't accept where she is in life right now. And that's part of the issue with her and the Flying Monkeys, is that they aren't able to accept reality. Meanwhile, the black man, Justin Simeon, got fired from a project that he was working on for Disney, I think. He got fired from this project, and yet they still have two black guys writing this, which is against the WGA rules. Look, if you can't understand that this is bullshit, I don't know what to tell you, okay? The only thing it does is give the black pill blobs and the black pills in general and the Tom Quixotes out there ammunition to sit there and scream, I keep trying to tell everybody. It's like, what? That there's a story of a non-existent TV show being worked on because there's a war of words going on between Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy? That's all this is. And I feel sorry for Donald Glover and Stephen Glover and Justin Simeon. But that's just me. This is Steph signing out. I'll see you around the galaxy.